Did he act alone? That's the big question tonight, after the man accused of mass murder in Norway told a court there were others involved. Anders Breivik told the judge he acted to save the country being overrun by Muslim immigrants. He said he had 2 other right-wing cells working with him and links to extremist groups elsewhere in Europe. Police say his claims have little credibility, but they will be investigated. Europe correspondent Philip Williams reports from Oslo.
Hundreds gathered outside the courthouse ahead of Anders Behring Breivik's appearance, but they weren't permitted to go inside for the hearing. The security risk was considered too great. First there was the grief, but now you can feel a sense of rising anger as people have gathered here in their hundreds at the courtroom trying to get a glimpse for the man they blame for the country's worst ever massacre.
He had to be protected because maybe some people here want to take care of him.
Just to see the guy who, raped my country. Maybe I feel better afterwards, I don't know.
He didn't have to wait long before Breivik arrived, dressed in a red jumper, flanked by police. Inside the courtroom, Breivik said he'd acted to save Norway and Europe from Muslim colonisation. He wanted to kill as many from the Labour Party as possible because they had failed the nation on immigration. As he was driven away from the court, it emerged the police now have a new line of inquiry. Breivik told the court there were 2 other cells in his network, that they'd met in London back in 2002. The people who helped in the rescue walked through the city centre. Crowds lined the streets to applaud them. Finally, there is some good news. The death toll from the island has been revised down from 86 to 68. Police say their priority was helping survivors, and somehow in the confusion, the numbers didn't add up. It's still too many. The mainly young faces on the front pages are just the beginning.
People in Norway are in deep grief. They are still shocked. But we also see a Norway which is very unified and where people are standing really together.
That sense of solidarity was spectacularly reinforced as over 200,000 people came together in the city that had been bombed just last Friday. This too an act of defiance against a man who sought violent revolution and instead inspired unity as never before. Philip Williams, ABC News, Oslo.